Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
Folks, it happened. Chrissy and I fulfilled every podcaster's nightmare of thinking you're recording, but not hitting record.
I know. I don't think that's definitely never happened to us for a full episode.
Has it happened with a partial?
I don't know. I feel like it must have happened somewhere.
I don't feel like it's ever really happened. There's been a number of like jump scares of like, did you hit? You hit record, and usually it's when you're like an hour in and you're I can't have the conversation twice.
No. Because I feel like that mainly happened in the beginning days. I think more of our scares were your power going out. Or my Wi-Fi in Fort Worth was really bad.
Oh.
So that kept going out. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, luckily, so we're recording an ad, which might become our new intro. So if you've heard it,
maybe you'll hear it on this episode, actually. It might have just played. It was pretty good.
It's pretty good. The fruit of our loins.
Yeah. Fruit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that it? I was like, loins of your fruit? I don't think so.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was looms, but that's the underwear. Fruit of my labor?
I mean, fruit of my loins is very like sexual.
Okay, I just Googled it. Do I know what their definition is?
Go for it.
It's a literary or archaic expression referring to one's children or descendants.
All right. What does fruit of my looms mean?
I think it's a mispronunciation. Oh, yeah, it's just the underwear company.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that Fruit of the Loom was their ad was people dressed up as fruit. It's kind of weird.
Oh my God. Wow.
I haven't seen that in forever. Yeah, what a throwback.
I know. Now they're like, honestly, I think they should bring that back. I want to see a sexy apple in underwear.
I don't know if that's the word you'd use to describe their costumes.
No, but like they get rid of the leggings and it's just apple.
Oh
like,
my god!
Like the M&Ms.
Oh. Yeah, the green one who's in high heels.
Yeah, like green M&M, but now in underwear.
Apple. That would get the 2025. The times have changed.
Oh my god. That's funny.
But anyways, we didn't press record for our 30-second ad. So it really wasn't the end of the world.
No, it just meant that we practiced that ad 20 times.
And we thought we were done. We thought we had it golden.
Yeah, we're like, it's perfect. We can't do it again because it won't be as good.
Yeah, it'll be too rehearsed.
Have you ever had like a school paper that you wrote and you're like, this is A+ work, and then it gets deleted or you saved it somewhere weird or something happened and it's gone?
I don't think I've ever actually lost a paper like that. I think maybe like I wrote stuff in like high school or something and you have like your high school email and now you don't have access to that anymore or something. I've lost things that way.
Okay.
Or I'm like, oh, I feel like that was a good thing. Maybe I could go back to it. But never like that.
You're 6 years younger than me, and I feel like within the 6-year gap between my college and your college, a lot of backups were created and a lot of cloud saving.
Happened to one too many people.
Yeah, it happened to me at least once, if not twice. And honestly, the paper that's lost is probably really not that good. But in my mind, I was like, That was the one. I'll
Ah,
never get that back.
that's so sad. So did you lose it before you had to like turn it in or something?
Yes.
Oh, that's devastating. What'd you do? Rewrite it?
Yes.
Oh,
And like we
times were
know,
tough back
I
then.
I know. I was like in the archaic times.
Yeah,
That's
with
why
your
I
stone
know
tablet.
my stone tablet, not iPad tablet. But I mean, as we know, when you access a memory, you're just getting a memory of a memory.
That's true. Yeah, you've really made your paper so stellar in the
I know.
time since you've
So
lost it.
exactly. So anyway, that was us. I don't we're doing the perfect divorce.
Back to back.
What are your big thoughts?
Um, hmm. I feel like it's maybe not as page turnery as Perfect Marriage
Okay.
so far. Because I felt like last time I was like, man, I just have to know what's going on. And maybe it's because we know the characters more. So I'm like, I kind of have an idea of what might happen here.
Hmm.
So, but I do really like it. I like all the different perspectives in this one. I think that's a good move.
Do you feel like the writing quality is same, better, or worse?
I would say same or better.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think
What do you
same or
think?
better. I think same or better.
She got her editor, like we talked about last time.
Yeah, she got her editor. Granted, like we talked about, when we read the first book, maybe this was like the 45th edition since it had
I
been published
know.
in 2020 and it had already gone through the editor wash.
But I thought it was good. I didn't really have any complaints with the writing.
No, I thought it was good. I do think it's interesting now because now we know everyone's a villain.
I know. I know. Maybe that's why it's less interesting. Do you feel like it's less, you're less, engrossed in the story?
I think now that you know everyone's a villain, right? Like you're like, okay, it could clearly be Sarah, it could clearly be Bob. But the thing is that there's so many villains now, you're like, it still could be anybody.
I know that, like, I still don't know what's happening. I like barely even know what the mystery is. I think that's it too. The other one, we knew what the mystery was, 4 chapters in.
Yeah.
And now we're like, we kind of knew there was some mystery, but we didn't know what it was. And by this point, at the end of chapter 14, we're like, okay, I think this is the mystery. But there's like kind of three going on. I don't know.
There, yes, exactly. It kind of seems, to me, it kind of seems like this book, in some ways, tries to like go back in time and justify some of the other things that happened in the book.
Like in the perfect marriage.
Yeah.
I kind of see that. So like what things are you thinking of?
So there's a couple comments here or there where they'll be like, and I think I have it in my summary, but basically like, oh, didn't you find it weird that Sarah was able to be your lawyer and there
That's
was no
right.
conflict of interest? And he was like, yeah, that is like super strange.
I know. She's like, no, really, these people do have brain cells. They did recognize it.
Right. Yeah. Which I think is a clever technique to kind of be like, these books actually go together, one and two. And I'm gonna like tie up some of the ends that I didn't realize were loose in book one.
Yeah. I do kind of appreciate that because I'm like,
Yeah.
thank goodness they're finally thinking about this. That's crazy. So, yeah, so I don't know. I like it. Any other high level thoughts so far?
Sarah is still a mystery to me.
She's wild. I don't know. She still just seems like evil for evil. Evil for evil's sake.
Yes, I'm very confused about Sarah. Very confused. I'm not sure what her game is. I'm not sure. I think that's what's good so far. Like I'm excited to read the next chunk, and I have some theories as to who the mystery person is, the mystery
Hmm.
perspective, and how I think we're going to finally, my big brain thought is we're finally going to learn who killed Kelly's first husband.
Oh, that's a really good thought. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
at this point in part one, last time for part one, we already had our number one suspects, all of our theories fleshed out.
yeah,
But this one, I don't have very many theories.
we're still in the gathering phase
Yeah.
of this book.
Gathering evidence. I know. So
Hmm.
part two will probably have a lot more to say.
How are you reading this book? Is it ebook or is it hardcover?
Yeah, another ebook.
Okay. I like to scribble in the books, so I need like the hard copies.
Hmm.
And I ordered this book off of Amazon, and they said it'll show up for you on Thursday. No, Wednesday. And then it was
Okay.
Friday, and it still wasn't there.
Amazon was late.
Yeah. So I like, and then not only were they late, they said it was delivered.
Oh.
I was like,
Huh.
delivered where? So I contacted Amazon and they were like, oh, you have to wait up till 2 days before you can say it's officially missing because I guess sometimes their drivers say it's delivered and then they, I don't know, find it at the bottom of their truck and they're like, oopsie poopsie, and then they come back to your house.
2 days. It's like a missing person report.
I if I was in this book, I would have filed one.
I know.
I the book said it was going to Bob Miller's house.
He's
And I-
always behind it. It's always Bob.
But yeah, so it never showed up. So then I got my refund and then I was like, well, now I need to buy it. It's Saturday. We're plotting on
Oh
Sunday.
no.
I was like, I need to read this freaking book. So I go to Target because it's supposed to
You actually
be.
physically go to Target?
I'm
You're
talk about
dedicated.
being, yeah, I'm an elder millennial. Drive driving to the store. So I go to Target and all I see are a million copies of The Perfect Marriage,
Oh.
even though I checked online, but I think I had the wrong Target.
Oh.
Yeah.
Millennial mistake.
Classic, classic millennial mistake. So then I'm doing my other errands and I'm by Barnes and Noble and I'm like, great. So I bought okay, so just so you know, so I bought the book on Amazon. It was 20 bucks. Then I got it refunded. Target was selling it also for $20. So I was like, okay, fine. Can't get it either of those places. Now I'm at Barnes and Noble, the most expensive bookstore in the world.
Yeah, their letters are like plated in gold.
Granted, it's the best book experience of the three if you're in person.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So I show up and they don't have it.
Really?
I was floored. So then I was like, well, let me like contact someone and see if they have the book.
Oh my gosh.
There was no associates available to help me.
Where were they?
They were checking out the hundreds of people who were at the Barnes and Noble that day
Oh.
purchasing
Oh my
books.
gosh.
I've never seen the place so packed.
Wow. I didn't realize it was the happening place.
It Barnes and Noble, like they've really, have you been in one recently?
No, I haven't been in any physical store in ages. We only deliver.
I mean, the same. So what they do now is they make it like a local bookshop where the
Hmm.
employees write down what their favorite books are,
Oh,
this,
I like that.
that. They like set up their own like displays. Each bookstore gets to pick what like books they're stocking. So not every Barnes and Noble is exactly the same anymore.
Oh, that's a good move, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And whoever their bakery is, it seems like they are constantly making blueberry scones because I was in there and I was like, wow, I want to stay here for a while.
I know it does. It always smells so good in there.
Yes. Yes. So anyway, so I'm about to give up and then I'm like, let me just look in the new section, new and popular. And there it is. One copy.
You're kidding.
I was like, how is this not everywhere?
Well, was it so popular that they only had one left?
I mean, there wasn't like a big hole where I grabbed it from. But I mean, this is a popular book. So, I mean, it's possible that they were like, we just can't get enough of them. But regardless, I bought it. And instead of $20, it was $30.
You're kidding. It was that much more expensive?
Yep, that's what I'm saying. The most expensive.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the suggested retail price is $30. So Target and Amazon were offering a discount.
However that works.
However that works. However they figure that out. Barnes and Noble didn't figure it out, but I did get to breathe in. I got to breathe in blueberry scones. So I guess that was me.
I would pay $10 for that.
Yeah. But what was super cool is when I was checking out, the cashier, she was like, "Oh, you're reading this? That's a really good thriller." I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm so excited." She's like, "This is our Barnes and Noble thriller pick of the month."
Do you get a special prize or something?
Well, I
They ring
looked
the
at it and
bell?
I was like, well, I looked at it and I was like, maybe I'm going to buy this too. But then I was like, this book's already $30 and this one they want me to buy is like another 25.
Oh, you're saying I thought she meant that The Perfect Divorce was their thriller of the month.
Oh, no. She's like trying to upsell me another
Oh,
book.
oh my gosh. That's new.
I know. And I almost bought it. I was like, if it wasn't so expensive.
What was the other book? Did you recognize it?
No. I need to go back. I
Oh,
should have taken a picture of it and been like, I'm going to buy this on Amazon.
I know. Sorry,
Sorry.
Barnes and Noble. I can't help it.
I don't roll like that. Yeah. Um, but I just thought that was just such a clever way to do it.
Yeah, you like thrillers? Here's our thriller of the month.
And they had like four different books for different genres.
Oh, that's fun.
And I was like, ooh, you sneaky, sneaky cashier woman.
She almost got you.
She almost got that doesn't happen at Target. At Target,
Yeah,
there are no cashiers.
I know. I check out myself in that when the camera that makes you look like death.
Oh my God. I told Andrew I saw myself in the Target thing. I was like, are my bags that bad?
I don't know what it is. They put a filter on so you look worse.
Andrew said yes.
What? I don't think so. Everyone always looks worse in the Target camera.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so do you have any book dramas to report or anything else you want to share?
Book dramas, not really. I have been meaning to send you these pictures though, because we did go to a local bookstore in Miami. I
Oh.
know, and it was so fun. And I took pictures of all these books, including some of our books that were in Spanish. Mhm.
Oh.
So we had La
Muy
Empleada.
interesante.
See. Yeah, Candy and I talked about starting a Spanish podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these books would be too advanced. But we have Una corte de niebla y furia.
Wow.
I
Court of
know.
Mist and Fury.
Yeah, that's a good one. And they also had a lot of like Miami special books. So they had this one book that was like the origin story of Miami. And they
Oh.
were like, back in prehistoric ages, it was all grass, but then these metal cranes came and they put up all these buildings. We're like, what's happening?
Was it like a children's storybook?
It was like this Miami native just wrote it. It was for adults.
Oh. Okay.
I know. It was a really bizarre kind of book. Honestly, the back sounded pretty funny, but the inside it was like strangely serious. It was very it was a weird combo.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, there's all sorts of things in these local bookstores.
Do
But
you
yeah.
think you would ever write a book one day?
Well, okay, so I've been listening to our guy Brando Sando's podcast, his lecture series
Oh.
on writing, and I was like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like, there's a story that I'm like, oh, I have this story idea. That'd be so fun. But he does have some of his things that he's talked about. He's like, plot really isn't actually as important as you think it is because there's a lot of plots that overlap. And like there's a hero's journey or whatever where like everyone kind of goes through like similar steps of the thing. And he was like, so like one exercise you can do is like take the plot of The Lion King but make it with, characters from outer space. And then
Hmm.
now they're in this new setting. So like you change the character setting and plot and you just mix it together. And
Hmm.
I was like, that would be kind of fun.
That would be kind of fun.
Like a fun writing exercise.
I was thinking it could be fun if we wrote our own thriller one day.
Whoa. What if we like exchanged chapters and we didn't know what the other person was thinking?
That
I don't know how that would work.
I feel like that could be interesting where if you have like two different perspectives and you kind of have like this is the case, this is the plot, and then like I would write Sarah's perspective and you would write Bob's perspective. And I wouldn't know what Bob's thinking, but I'm like trying to like outmaneuver, and then you just tell me like the outcomes of your chapter,
Oh, so
something
do
like
we
that.
communicate ahead of time of who the actual like villain and victim is? Or are
I
we
think
finding it
so.
out? We probably would need to. That would
I think we would know like the big beats, but like some of like the maneuvering,
that would be fun.
I think that could be kind of cool.
I think that's a cool way to write a story. I say we try it.
I mean, you know what that sounds like to me?
Pregnancy episodes or when we need to fill up a lot of episodes after
Oh,
baby comes and we write our own.
oh, that's so funny. No, I was thinking this all reminds me of when we used to play Barbies.
Oh, I've thought about that a lot with our books where I really like Tress, or I was like, everything's so happy. You like Tress too. But, but all the books where people die, too
I've
much
been
for me.
I've been trying to do a thriller since the beginning. Since the beginning. And when we would play Barbies, I'd always be like, my girl's gonna steal your guy. And Chrissy, do you remember who your Barbie name always was?
Oh, wasn't like Doreen or something? Dana?
It was Dina.
Dina. Why Dina?
I don't know where you got that name from. I thought it was the dumbest name I've ever heard. I didn't think it was a real name, but there is a Dina character in The Perfect Divorce.
Oh yeah. Who is
Hmm.
she?
She's a rando. Rando Sando.
Okay. Oh my gosh, there's my Dina. But yeah, Candy would always make up these salacious kind of plots, and I just wanted our Barbies to be happy together.
I know. I was like, snooze.
I know, I was
I
writing Princess and the Goblin. You're writing Housemaid.
was writing housemaid. Yes. So anyway, I think that would be kind of like our Barbie games,
It
effectively.
kind of would be. I think that'd be really fun. I
I
would
think
be
it would,
down to do that.
I think I'd be down to clown too. Um,
We just need a we need to come up with our mystery, some of our twists.
hmm hmm Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Are we ready to are we ready to do this thing?
I think we got it. Good thing we put the intro in the beginning so people know what this is.
The hardest part is we're gonna have to go back in time and do it for all of our big episodes too.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well,
Okay.
let's do our next intro.
Yeah. Welcome again to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy,
And I'm Candace.
and today we are starting The Perfect Divorce by Our Lady Jeneva Rose.
That's right. And I'm looking for my recap, and I'm really scared.
Did you lose the document?
I'm not joking.
Oh, your book recap. Oh, where would it be?
I have like a million Google accounts, and each one
Yeah,
has its own documents.
right.
So, like, is
I
it
bet it's on
possible?
there.
I'm like, I'm wondering, did I write it?
Probably you did. It sounded like you had a memory of writing it. What if you look up like Bob Miller in your Google Drive?
All right, let's see. It's because I have all these different accounts. Let me see. Did I do it on the Bookalicious one?
Honestly, I love having so many accounts though. Keeps it all separate.
Okay. The problem is that, okay, phew. I had it on our Bookalicious, but it was filtered to not owned by me.
Oh, wow, that's tricky. I might have missed that.
It's possible that my college essay was not lost
Yeah.
at all.
You gotta go searching through the archives again.
Okay. Well, did we
Man,
do our
okay.
intro?
Yeah, so we did our intro.
I already said it.
Yes. We've
Jesus.
already done our intro. We haven't judged the book by its cover, though. We literally just did the intro.
Oh my God. My anxiety was too high. I blocked it out. Okay.
Oh gosh. Well, we don't need to go on this tangent, but Josh and I watched 51st Dates yesterday. Speaking of short-term memory loss.
You know what you didn't watch?
Oh my gosh, you're right. We had the time yesterday.
Will you please watch it tonight? The Pulse.
Okay.
Jesus. All right. Watch it tonight. Now I'm mad.
Oh, no. Well, okay. I don't want to go on this tangent, but I do have a question for you because we watched 51st Dates back in the days of original Netflix. Do you remember that? Where
Oh,
they mailed
yeah.
it and we
Yeah.
watched it? What do you remember from the movie? Do you remember anything
I
about it?
I've seen it a few times. I liked it a lot.
Oh, have you
I
seen it
watched
like
it on my
recently?
way. Yeah, I watched it on my way to Hawaii.
Oh, fun. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it too, but I remember watching it and I guess I was like 8 or something. And I was like, I don't think I got any of this script because there's like a lot of sex jokes. And I was like, I don't remember. Maybe I did, but I only remember the waffles.
Oh, that's like what forgot about.
I literally, that's all I remember. She went there and she ate waffles every day.
You're just little Leslie Nope from Parks and
I
Rec.
know. So, anyways, I wasn't sure if you had a similar experience, but if you watched it recently, then
Well,
maybe
we
not.
referenced 50 First Dates once on a
On
previous
Addie
episode.
LaRue.
Was that the egghead? Do you remember that?
I there was an egghead somewhere, but I forget who it was. But now I've seen the movie recently, so I remember the egghead.
Yeah, and I was like, Adam
That's
Sandler
funny.
has like legitimately an egghead, and you're like, what? And then, yeah, so,
That's funny.
okay, let's
Okay,
not get
back to Perfect
distracted.
Divorce. Yes. So we have a
Yes,
cover that we need to judge. It looks very similar to the last one.
yes. So,
So pretty
perfect
similar.
divorce is so it's the perfect divorce, and then there's like a scratch.
Yeah, okay. I guess it is different. Perfect Marriage had the rings. This one has scratches, like blood stains on it. Says, "Till death do us part. Yours, not mine."
Boop.
What does that mean? Your death do us part.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then
So,
the side of the book
oh,
has blood on the
whoa, that's
pages.
a good detail, but a little much for me.
And then the chapters, each chapter looks like the book has been ripped open.
Oh, wow, you have all these. That's where your $30 went. My $9 ebook doesn't have any of those features.
Yes. So I think I like the details. It kind of looks like it's the book being scratched open, a la Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets, Tom Riddle's diary.
Oh my gosh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Oh, did Adam get trapped in his best-selling tell-all book? And the spirit of Adam is gonna come back. That'd be some Frida level.
I was on a Reddit wormhole on these twins who go to a twin convention who have babies at the same time that are like twins,
Oh wow.
twins. They get married at the same time. They have like a twin resort
Oh my
now.
gosh. Okay.
And I was like in a place of twin. I was like, does Adam have a twin?
Maybe he does.
Why not? So,
Okay,
yeah, all
so
right.
would you read this?
I would pick it up. This is a book that's right up my alley.
Oh, yep. Here's the Barbie differences coming out again. I think I have the same thoughts as I did on the first book, which is that it's a really good cover and it very clearly communicates what kind of book it is. And it's not a book I would normally pick up.
No. Mm-mm. So, just some other notes on this book. When you take the cover off, there's even more special artwork.
What?
And
Oh, those are
the,
like, oh yeah.
go for it. Describe it.
I was gonna say they look like bullet holes almost. They look
Exactly what
like,
I was gonna say.
oh, you think it's a clue? No one's died with a gun yet.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so the actual cover, like the sleeve, is like a slash, and then if you open it, there's like bullets.
Whoa, multiple weapons.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think the slash represents?
I don't know. Well, so far from what we've read, Bob Miller's hand gets slashed from Sarah with her
Mm-hmm.
steak knife.
A lot of the first murder weapon, probably.
Oh my gosh, this is my lucky one. Gosh, that's so awful. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the only thing I can think of so far.
That's what I was thinking too. Or the Kelly 37 times.
I know. Not all 37 fit on the first cover.
The book would just be shreds.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we judged it.
Yeah.
Are we ready to do the summaries?
Yeah.
Okay. So how I have it broken up is the intro where we have an interview with Adam, and then I kind of piece together all of Sarah's chapters in chronological
Oh.
order, then Bob's, then Sheriff Hudson, and then I go back to Bob, and then the final unknown perspective.
That sounds like a good way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So just, I think I should probably go through the whole thing, and then we start to summarize maybe, or
Yeah.
like pull out
Like
things.
comment on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way.
Okay. Or maybe I should go through each person. We'll see. We'll see
Where
where
the
our
wind takes
mind,
you.
where the wind takes us. Yes. Okay. So we open with a documentary from Channel 5 featuring Adam Morgan when he's 8 years into his 11-year imprisonment.
I forgot. Oh, I know we said we're not going to comment, but are you shocked that that he already got the death sentence after 11 years? Isn't it usually longer? I mean, I honestly have no idea, but that seemed kind of quick,
That does seem quick. It sounds like his
right?
lawyer didn't do a good job trying to delay.
It sounds like Eleanor's the hero. Eleanor's Batman.
All right, let's see. How long is someone on death row? The average time on death row before execution is nearly 19 years, with some spending over 20.
I mean, I'm sure some people do only have 11 years, but it seemed kind of short. But I guess maybe his case was just everyone felt like it was so clear.
It kind of seems like it's where you are in prison because it's, according to AI, the shortest amount of time someone spent on death row in Texas was 252 days.
Oh, wow.
And then for Texas, the average time spent on death row is 11.22 years.
Oh, that's interesting. That's super
Yeah.
interesting.
So it's probably very state specific, I'm thinking.
Okay. So maybe this Commonwealth of Virginia.
It sounds, it sounds like they did not mind throwing him in the slammer.
They did not. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, never mind.
Okay, so before I go into any more of the summary, please rate, review, and subscribe. 5 stars, please and thank you. Okay. Because we always do it at the end, and I don't know if you're here with us by that time.
People don't even know if we talk about books yet at this point in the podcast. It's difficult to rate.
Okay, so back Back to the summary. So we open documentary 8 years into the 11-year imprisonment, which he dies at the end. Okay. The interviewer is revealed to be Chrissy, as very good questions are asked, finally. Questions such as, how did you not wake up as Kelly was stabbed 37 times? How did you overlook her dead body when you woke up? And why were there no roofies in your blood, but Kelly did have roofies? Adam, I thought, gave pretty good answers, and he suspects it was shoddy police work. And he says that he didn't wake up because he was drugged, even though his blood, so he's like, they took the blood after it had processed through my system.
And it was after the window of detection or whatever.
Yes. Okay. So now we move to present time and we catch up on Sarah and Bob's perfect life now that Adam is dead. They are getting divorced.
Oh my gosh, less than a year after marriage, right?
Yeah. They've been together 10 years, married for one, immediately divorced, which makes me suspicious now that we're talking about it. Why did Sarah want to get married to him? I have an idea.
Oh, you do?
Money, money, money.
Do you think he has more money than she does?
He took her old job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible.
And he's been at her old job for 10 years or whatever.
She's working at a nonprofit now.
Uh-huh. Getting tax write-offs.
Oh.
Funneling her money to the Caymans.
Oh, and if she gets full custody, then doesn't she get child support? Well, probably even if she has partial custody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, child support's a lot from what I hear.
Yeah, especially when you're rich.
Yeah.
The children need a lot more care.
Oh, I bet you're right. Yeah. Mommy.
Mommy.
I need my horse.
Okay. So Bob had I'm calling it a supposed one-night stand with a rando, and he calls it a mistake. Sarah is in full gray rock mode as she offers zero reconciliation and requests full divorce. Do you know gray rock?
Mm-mm.
It's like a coping technique that you use with like narcissists or abusive people where you just give them nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Bob begs for Sarah to give him a chance. Sarah threatens to kill Bob.
She is like Killy Millie. The only way she knows how to deal with problems.
Time out. Okay. Spoilers for The Housemaid. Go back in time, listen to The Housemaid, and come back here. And then read book 1 of The Perfect Marriage, then come back here. You have a lot of homework to do before you can
carry on.
Carry on. Okay. Okay. So Bob's divorce lawyer is his old school buddy, Brad. Sarah's divorce lawyer is a straight-laced attorney named Jess.
Lots of Jess and Jessies in this world.
I noted that. I said, perhaps unrelated to the do-nothing stalker Jesse?
I know. I was like, did Jesse have a total
lobotomy?
I mean, everything. Now he's a she. Now she's a lawyer.
Is Jess confirmed as she or he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely a guy in book 1.
Okay.
I think they're different people.
I think they're different people too. I know Jesse was definitely a guy in book 1, but is Jess the divorce lawyer? Have we ever said?
I feel like we have, because in my mind, or maybe I was just imagining that, because I did feel like he had a guy lawyer, she had a girl lawyer. So it was like 2 guys against 2 girls.
That was the vibe I was getting as well, but I can also see my mind filling in the blanks sometimes.
Yeah. That would be so wild.
I know. I was like, what? You didn't mention Jesse's a rehabilitated stalker. He went to her nonprofit program and came out a straight-laced lawyer.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a woman because I feel like they describe her as like wearing skirts, wearing heels. But I'll try to find it.
Oh, it's on page 7.
What does it say?
It just says uh, Jess, she cocks her head and sits
Okay.
up a little taller in her chair. Yeah,
Okay. So, all right. All right. So, theory debunked.
debunked. Okay. But the names are the same. And in this book, that might mean something.
I mean, she had so many plain names to choose from.
I
So many
know.
four-letter white names.
Okay. So that's the preamble. And now we're going to get into Sarah.
Okay.
All right. Sarah and Bob are living in her lake house where Kelly was murdered.
Crazy. I
Crazy. Let's also remind everyone that Sarah and Bob's daughter is named Summer.
don't know why Bob was okay with that. I see Kelly getting a weird, or no, Sarah getting a weird kick out of it,
Yeah,
but Bob seems a little bit more
normal.
reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kelly's last name, just so you can remember, is Kelly Summers.
Mm-hmm. Her
And they
fake
named
name.
their daughter, yeah, her fake name. Maybe that's why he was okay with it. I don't know. He's
So
like,
weird.
Summers brought us together in this lake house dungeon.
Oh my gosh. Don't like
I,
it.
I don't know how no one in the news has put this together. It's like very obvious. I feel like if she had called her Autumn or something, that would be like a little bit more like a nod to a season, but not like quite on the
Mm,
nose. Anyway, okay.
I don't know.
They're freaks. That's what we know.
Yes. It's crazy.
Living in Sarah's murder pad.
I think she loves it there.
Yeah, she feels the most powerful.
I know.
Okay, so Sarah has since left her high power attorney firm and has started a nonprofit attempting to rehabilitate criminals. Bob has taken her place at their old firm as partner. It is unclear if Bob or Sarah are, it's unclear who's bringing in the majority of the money. Sarah indicates that nonprofit is a great way to smuggle tax-free dollars and, I bolded, earn political favors.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She's gearing up for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anne has been promoted to assistant. She's been promoted from assistant to office manager. She is married to someone named Jamie. And I wrote, it is unclear if that is a woman or a man.
I noticed that too. They've kept it vague so far.
Yeah, because if we remember, Anne was obsessed with Sarah in many ways.
I thought Anne was possibly that midnight visitor that Sarah got at one point. I don't think I ever said that theory because I'm like, I don't think it's actually true, but I had the thought.
A full service assistant.
Oh my gosh.
24
Whatever
hours.
you need. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Okay. The new receptionist at the nonprofit for Sarah is Natalie, who we get a line sneaks information on Sarah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Sarah's latest case is number 50, known as Alejandro Perez, who is noted to have sage green eyes and black hair. Note, Sarah is described as having green eyes as well.
Oh, they're drawn to each other. Feel a connection deep in their soul.
Or,
You think he's related?
I don't know.
If they are, I don't think she would know they're related.
Exactly.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Okay.
All right. Alejandro prefers to go by Alex, but Sarah always calls him Alejandro.
I thought that line was so funny. He was like, only the police call me Alejandro. She said, okay, Alejandro. You're like, what? Like, oh my gosh.
Monster.
She is.
Monster. Okay. We don't know what crime Alejandro did, but we do find out he's a convicted felon. Sarah says that Alejandro, does not use drugs in his files. So that leaves the following assortment of crimes.
Oh, wow. You really did your research.
I Googled it. I said, what could make you a convicted felon?
You're
Okay.
gonna have an interesting Google history.
I
Asking for a friend.
If they ask me, I say, oh, I'm writing a thriller with my sister.
Yeah.
It's recorded,
Yeah.
documented.
I have an alibi.
Yes. Okay. So the different crimes that it could be would be murder, rape, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, or arson.
Hmm. It's a lot of options.
A lot of options.
Arson. I mean, like gun?
That's like setting, no, that's
Oh, that's
setting
fire.
fire. Hmm.
Probably not arson.
The only ones that are potential, I think, for this book would be murder or kidnapping.
Oh, I was thinking if she might employ Alejandro to kidnap the mistress or something like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I think those two make the most sense.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Alejandro. Sarah receives a call from Ryan Stevens, if you don't remember, is Sheriff Stevens, aka the third set of DNA. Ryan Stevens calls Sarah and he says, "Oopsie poopsie, I blacked out and killed a woman while driving my vehicle when she was on her morning jog."
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Stevens has lost his sheriff title 5 or 6 months before this after becoming an unfunctioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they vaguely say he was spiraling, but we don't really know all
Yes,
the details.
that's correct. We don't know all the details. Um, so he was on some kind of crazy bender, blacked out, went in his car, killed a woman, and he was unconscious 30 hours after his collision.
That's a really long time. What
That is an
happened?
in that's what I'm saying. That's an insanely a long time.
Oh, you
That
think he was drugged?
I don't know. Roofies come up too often in this book for me to not think it's a roofie.
It's got to be drugs.
We don't know. Okay. So Stevens asks Sarah to represent him. You would think, why would Sarah do that? Except she does it as a way to try to keep his third DNA status under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems pretty reasonable.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The person murdered is a 44-year-old local woman, Jackie Clark, who was stated was on an early morning jog. I was thinking she was a runaway kidnapped person,
Oh my gosh. Maybe.
which we'll get to at the end, but they say no, her family identified that she was on a jog.
Yeah. I know. I was like, who is this person? I thought maybe that was going to be the mistress.
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
don't know, but no.
Police report says Stevens ran a red light and then he hit Jackie. Also to note, Scott, who was Kelly Summers' second husband, has not been heard from since he skipped town during Adam's murder trial.
It's not kind of strange. I mean, like, maybe it's not strange. I don't know.
I think he shows back up.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Okay. Do you want me to go into Bob? Do you want to have some comments?
No, I think you can go into Bob.
Okay. Now we go to Bob. Bob has a flashback to when he presented Sarah with photographic evidence of Adam's infidelity. Per Bob's memory, his intent was to make Sarah lose her cool so he could take her partner spot. In the memory, Sarah tells Bob that he actually showed her this so she would get rid of both Adam and Kelly.
Do you buy
What
that?
do I was just going to ask you, what do you think?
Well, he goes through with it. So evidently, he does kind of want that outcome.
Hmm.
So, but that just seems kind of extreme. But also, I'm like, is that really a good tactic from Bob to get as a way to get Sarah off her game? I don't know. That also seems kind of weird.
I could see Bob being like, look at this. This is crazy. And then she goes insane. I feel like what would have been the better move for Bob is just let Sarah spin out and then get rid of either Adam or Kelly.
You're saying like don't connect himself with it?
Yeah,
Like
like
he just leaves the picture somewhere?
yeah, throw the bomb and then walk away, and then whatever happens happens. And if Kelly is still alive by the end of it, find another bomb.
Yeah. Well, so you're saying he did want Kelly dead. It wasn't just for Sarah to get out. Because if Sarah did her thing and spun out of control and Kelly was still alive, you're saying he would find another way to get back at Kelly?
Possibly until he felt like whatever justice was served. I mean, maybe Sarah
Yeah.
makes Kelly's life a living hell, and then he says, okay, that's sufficient. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Because it does seem kind of strange because even in the memory, he's like, me and Sarah have never liked each other. So it does seem kind of strange that this would bring them together to the point where they got married and had a kid and were together for over a decade. Like that seems weird, right?
Yes, I think Bob intention was just to ruin Kelly's life. I don't think he really wanted to kill her. But then I think when Sarah was like, let's do it, I think Bob finds Sarah like,
Powerful and attractive.
yes, yes. And I think because so another thing that Bob has in the memory is that there are two other lawyers who should have received partner before Sarah who mysteriously go missing.
Okay,
One,
yeah.
yeah, one fired for misconduct and the other left without notice. And Bob believes Sarah was involved.
I believe it too.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
that does make me think maybe he did tell Sarah because he's like, this woman disappears people.
You're right. It was his housemaid.
Yeah.
There's so many similarities, so
Killy
many
Millie.
parallels in the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He he sees the spirit of Killing Millie in Sarah behind those dead green eyes. And he says, do it. Okay.
Man,
What do you think about those two lawyers who left or disappeared?
I think that's super suspicious. I hope that comes up again. I want it because you're right. Because last time you're like, Sarah had to have killed someone else before
Yes.
Kelly. And we know that she killed her mom,
Yep.
but this was a very violent murder and how she killed Kelly. And you're like, you don't just go from 0 to 37 stabs like that. I was like, that's a good point. So it would be interesting to see what other devious things Sarah has done.
Would you say Sarah's a serial killer at this point?
Um, I don't know. How many kills does it take to get you to a serial killer? I guess 2 is enough.
I would say two. I feel like three feels like okay. One's an
One's a
accident.
murder.
Yeah,
One's an
one's an
accident.
accident. One's a murder. Three is a pattern. How many kills does it take to? Oh, okay. A person is typically considered a serial killer if they've murdered three or more individuals in two or more separate events. Okay, so it has to be,
Okay.
so they're saying you can get a 2 for 1. You break into someone's house and then you kill both people. That's
Right.
one incident. And then
Okay.
that totals 3 people.
Okay. So 3 people is typically the criteria, but she does have 2 events.
She definitely has 2 events. She has 2 people, and we think that there's at least a third. Probably.
Yeah. Is there any way she was connected to Kelly's husband?
I mean, maybe Kelly's husband gave her a parking ticket or something.
Then you'll pay for this.
She said, that's not going on my record.
Could be.
It could be. I don't know. And maybe she knew that was Bob's brother and she was like, I'm going to try to really shake Bob up.
Yeah. Bob shows her a picture. She kills his brother. Oh my
Literally.
gosh.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if these two disappeared lawyers are trying to set Sarah up.
Oh, you think? Well, it's not a long time ago though at this point. But do you think they're like maybe their careers were ruined and now that they've been trying to get back at Sarah. They were following the murder case and they were like, this
Yeah.
seems like something Sarah would do. So now they're
Yeah.
putting all the pieces together. Now it's getting reopened. Okay. Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
That would be interesting. I don't know that they're going to introduce another few characters
I know.
because we already have a lot of characters. I feel like
It's true.
it'll probably be people we already know.
Yeah.
But
You're
I like
probably
that
right.
theory.
I just want to keep it out there that there are two people who have a big motive
Mm-hmm.
to knock Sarah down a peg.
Do you think they know it was Sarah though? She's so sneaky.
So one was fired for misconduct. I'm guessing sexual misconduct.
Could be.
Sarah lured them in, then recorded them, and then said, "What are you doing? This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're my superior." And then the other one left without notice, which sounds like they were running for their life.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. So you think Sarah directly had a play in it? I don't know. I feel like she might be more sneaky than that.
You're probably right.
I don't know how Sarah never gets caught.
I feel like they would know it was Sarah, but they wouldn't have enough
Mm,
like
they
evidence
couldn't prove
to
it.
prove it. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
that's what I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So, per Bob's perspective, it appears that he's oscillating between wanting to reconcile with Sarah because he loves her and then also fearing for his life.
I know. It's so funny because he was like, well, yeah, so he's wanting to reconcile, and everyone's like, she doesn't want to reconcile. You just need to go through with the divorce. Like, there's no hope in this. And he was like, but in his mind, he's like, no, I know there's a chance to reconcile because if she was totally done with me, she would have killed me already. I was like, my gosh, Bob.
Your battered
Are you
wife.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like with Bob and Sarah, it's like because they have this big secret between them, it kind of holds them together longer than maybe
Right.
they should have been.
Yeah. And I mean,
It,
yeah, they kind of a big thing over both of them. Yeah. I
I
think
don't,
Bob's gonna squeal on Sarah.
I think Bob's gonna try to squeal on Sarah because it's like at worst he's an accomplice, but he didn't stab Kelly 37 times.
Oh no, he didn't. And also, it might be the sort of thing where it's like, I don't know if this would be an option, but isn't there sometimes when like you volunteer to help, like you volunteer information, like they give you immunity or something like that?
Yeah.
So I could see that being like, okay, because at the end of this, which we haven't gotten to yet, he's now a suspect in another thing. And so
Yeah.
he could trade it and say, well, I can solve the Kelly Summers case for you.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Bob mentions somewhere in my summary that he has like a kill switch. He has like some ripcord that he can pull that reveals a lot of dirt on Sarah, but he doesn't want to do it unless he needs
Oh,
to.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm sure he has a ton on her. At the very least, a huge murder.
Yes. I don't know if I don't see it. Oh, it's in the second summary with Bob. Okay. All right. So Bob, we don't know why he wants to reconcile. Is it because he loves her? Is it because he's afraid for his life? Is it a little of both?
Yeah.
Bob attempts to woo Sarah by showing up to the lake house with red roses. This is important. Sarah throws the flowers in the trash, and while cooking his least favorite meal, spaghetti and meatballs, she, quote, accidentally slashes him with her very sharp chef knife.
Oh my gosh.
We talked about this earlier, perhaps her favorite murder weapon.
I know.
Okay. Bob turns on the nightly news, and it's revealed that the third DNA is old Ryan Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah has a meltdown and sends Bob back to his apartment in DC. This is very important because it'll come up that he has no alibi. He wanted to stay there for the night, and she said, "Get out of here."
Right, right. The and okay, okay, you keep going.
All right. Sarah arrives at her office the next day. It is swarmed with reporters. Sarah gives an impassioned speech that Adam was innocent. She also mentions if the legal system won't provide justice, then she will. Which I was like, that's a crazy thing to say.
You think?
That sounds like vigilante, like I'm gonna go kill someone.
Oh, no, I was thinking like she runs this nonprofit to give people a second chance, help them get justice. Like legally, she's bringing justice. That's how I
Oh.
took it. But we know the
Oh.
real Sarah, so what she actually meant was vigilante.
I guess you're right. I forgot. I'm like nose blind. I'm like, Sarah needs to kill someone. Okay, good point. A reporter during this press conference that Sarah, impromptu press conference
Mob.
that Sarah's having, yeah, outside of her office, reminds us of the biggest villain of all, Adam's mom, Eleanor,
They
who
real
was
hero.
she biggest villain slash hero. Eleanor is on record saying Sarah did a poor job representing Adam. Where's the lie?
She's the only one who caught it.
She's the only one. Sarah explains that Eleanor is very old and very senile. I thought that was a good way to get back at Eleanor.
I thought so too. She's like, I know it'll hurt.
Hmm. This is what is strange. Alejandro shows up to this impromptu press conference because he was, quote, driving by and helped Sarah get into the building.
That was convenient.
Hmm. Sarah notices that Alejandro is a sexy man.
They've noticed this since the first time.
Yes.
This has come up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Candace believes Alejandro is her brother, and this is going to get freaky.
Oh my gosh. I don't think they're siblings, but that would be interesting. They both grew up to be murderers. Maybe,
Sarah's
but
her perfect, beautiful father had a love affair.
maybe. Maybe that's where she gets it from.
I
Because,
wish
yeah, her
we,
father had a clean image.
yeah, I wish we knew who had the green eyes because I gave away my first copy of the book.
I don't know. I don't know if it says.
Yeah. Okay.
About to do some genetic testing over here.
Yeah. Okay. Alejandro tells Sarah that he's having a hard time finding work because of his felony. This should be very typical for her program.
I know. I thought she was helping them find work that's more conducive for people with felonies. I don't know. Yeah.
That was suspicious. Sarah says, I have a special job to be paid in cash for you, that she whispers to Alejandro on the side.
What do you think it is?
I
You
don't
think it's her own
know.
personal investigation? She writes down an address, tells him to be there 7 a.m. Saturday.
I don't think she would give him anything that would be incriminating. I could see her using him as an alibi, show up at this time, and then I'm there type of thing. Or something that independently doesn't seem suspicious, but when pieced together is part of the
Yeah.
bigger puzzle.
Yeah, he can't be a key player yet.
Not yet. No. But it would seem like, hey, can you steal this girl Dina's phone for a night and then return it?
Yeah. It's like, sounds illegal.
Yeah. Okay. I also note that there is no record of Sarah's best gay friend, Matthew.
Yeah, he
And I
hasn't
miss
come up
him.
yet.
I miss him.
He was also the reasonable one. He's like, Sarah, you sure you want to represent Adam like that? She said, yeah, this is the best choice.
That's why she got rid of him.
He had some doubts. Probably.
Said you're out of here. Okay. Now we're going to go to Hudson. Hudson took over as sheriff 5 months ago, once Stevens became too unfunctioning as an alcoholic to do the job.
Right.
Remember, Hudson was Kelly husband's, Scott, his alibi during the murder.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mhm. Hudson is PO'd that the third DNA report was leaked by one of his directs until he realizes that it was the lab who leaked the report.
Interesting.
Could it be one of those pissed off lawyers? Got a hold of the lab? I don't know.
How would they know?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I could see Anne playing a part though. Anne knows what's going on.
What do you think Anne would do?
Well, I don't really know, but this whole book is about trust, and Sarah's like, I only trust Anne, so I can't trust Bob. Right? Like she brings up trust a lot. And so I think Anne and Sarah's
Oh,
trust is going to get broken.
oh, that's such a good point. You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the book ended with Adam only being able to trust Sarah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So I think that could come up, but I don't know exactly how Anne would be in the know. I don't know. Unless, do you think we can talk about it later, but maybe she knows about Sarah? Not sure.
Hmm. I don't
Not sure. Or
know.
she's been keeping a log this whole time. Sarah off to the two other superiors, so then she could make partner. Her husband disappears. Anne's got a whole record of things.
She's got a burn book with photographs.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. She has her camera.
Okay. Hudson proves to be the smartest one of all as he wonders, how did Sarah not have a conflict of interest when representing Adam?
Yeah.
Why did the town not put the kibosh on the conflict of interest?
Thank you.
Who tries a murder case in 7 days?
Yes. That's an excellent question. I do
Yes,
like that all these questions were brought up.
right. I feel like this, we talked about this at the beginning. This is Geneva's attempt at like, oh, it was all corruption. That's how these crazy things
Yeah.
happened. Which, so Sarah lives in the same community that Kelly was murdered. I
Right.
wonder if her quote political favors are things like this. Maybe she had been working on them for a long time and we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I feel like those small town like that, you wouldn't need to have a whole nonprofit kind of thing. Like it could be political favors for them, but also maybe a lot of other people.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Okay. We are reminded of incompetent Marcy, the receptionist who let Adam walk out the door when he was a fugitive.
Yes.
I just brought her up because she seems to come up. So, okay. Hudson goes to interrogate Stevens about Kelly because he's the third set of DNA. When he arrives, Steven has attempted suicide. Hudson does CPR until EMTs arrive and bring him to the ICU. Stevens is alive, but barely, and is currently asleep. And I put a question mark, coma. I don't know. So Stevens had no visitors during this time when he was alone, but he did have his belt, which he used to like
So
suffocate
they
himself.
say.
So they say.
Because that
Uh,
was a thing. He said, how did he get his belt in there?
yes. So the person who was supposed to be watching him was Officer Clark. He was the only person who had eyes on Stevens. And when Hudson's doing CPR and all this stuff, Hudson is sweaty and suspicious. So what do you
Wait,
think?
Hudson is sweaty and suspicious?
Officer Clark. He was the one who was
Oh,
supposed to be
oh.
babysitting.
He's
Eh,
the one who's sweaty and suspicious. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything. I think Sarah somehow ninjaed her way into the high security cell. I don't really know how that would happen, but I think the belt is Bob Miller's belt
Oh, tell me why.
because maybe this is all part of the plan for Sarah to frame Bob for Kelly or something.
Oh.
So I don't really know I haven't like thought enough of this theory, but like, okay, the case is getting reopened. Sarah's
Hmm.
like, I need to tie up the loose end of Sheriff Stevens because I don't want them digging any more into this. We just need to say that Adam was guilty.
Yes.
So she tries to off Sheriff Stevens. She uses Bob's belt because and Bob would have the same reason. He doesn't want the case reopened. So it might look
Right.
like Bob is the one who is the one
Hmm.
who is responsible for Kelly. Doesn't want the case reopened, so he kills Stevens so that would that still stop the case? I don't know. But at least he wouldn't be talking.
Well, what I would say is Stevens trying to kill himself makes Stevens look very, very guilty.
But he didn't even know about the DNA being found out yet. At this
So,
point, he only knows about the DUI
so we
and
know
hit and
that
run.
from Hudson, but would Kelly or someone from the outside know that? They think, oh, Stevens finds this out. He just killed someone. Now he tries to kill himself.
Right. So it does look very suspicious. But if they were to, right. Okay.
But if they knew that, oh, Stevens actually hadn't even found this out yet, so that could be
Right.
like the mess up.
Could be. But Sarah doesn't mess up. I was
That's
also like,
true.
Sarah doesn't mess up. And so if she wanted him dead, dead, I feel like he would have been. So that's what made me think. Because I didn't realize until the end, we found out that he's actually not dead.
Hmm.
Unless she wanted him just in a coma. I don't know.
I mean, it seemed like it was within like a minute. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it could be executed
Takes a long
perfectly,
time.
but just like
Right.
chance. Not everything goes exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So are you thinking this was someone came in and tried to kill Stevens? Or are you thinking Stevens was actually trying to
I could
take his
see
own
it
life?
being even more benign of someone coming in and leaving a belt because Stevens was on the brim because he lost his sheriffness. He murdered someone, vehicular manslaughter. And when he asked Sarah, what are my chances of getting out? And she's like,
Hmm.
you have worse odds than Adam.
That was pretty
Like
bad.
this is bad. He was like, oh no.
Okay. So you're thinking he did do it himself, but
Hmm.
someone might have come in and dropped off a belt.
Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe he was already in the cell. Maybe Sarah dropped it off before he was brought in there because she saw him and then left.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I could just see her being like maybe not the one pulling the trigger, but showing up with like a loaded gun and being like,
Do what you
whatever
want with it.
happens, happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. That's interesting.
So that's how I think it would go down because I think it would
She
be
could
too
sneak in.
hard. I think
Yeah.
it'd be too hard for someone to sneak in, pull it
Right.
off, and get out of there.
I agree. Okay. I like that idea though. She just leaves it in the room or something.
Hmm.
And do you think it would be Sarah or do you think it'd be someone else?
I don't know. I have no idea. I
Yeah.
feel like Sarah does not like the loose ends. That's why she killed Kelly
Right.
herself. So I feel like she would deliver the package.
So she would be behind the belt.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And she saw him. She was there
Hmm.
recently.
I like the idea of it being Bob's belt, though.
I think I think that's a good one.
Okay,
But that might tie it to Sarah too, because Sarah would have access to Bob's belts. So
right. How did Bob get here? And you'd be like, I
yeah.
don't know.
You're like, shoot.
Well, so when Hudson was interrogating Stevens, was this before or after he was interviewing Bob? I think it was after. Or I think it was before. It was
It
before.
was before. Bob was at the end.
Yeah, Bob was at the end. So, okay. Because I was thinking maybe Bob came in ahead of time and he could have done it.
Yeah, and I think that all happened after.
Okay. All right. So we don't know, but that is suspicious. Any more comments there?
Um, no, maybe that's it for now.
Okay. This is really important. And I felt like Inspector Clouseau, or not Inspector Clouseau, he's the bumbling fool. Hercule Poirot.
Oh yeah, Hercule's great.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Hudson hosts a formal press conference where he says he's reopening the Kelly case.
Hmm.
Hudson notices three people in the crowd: Gretchen Waters, reporter, old woman with small dog. Who do you think that is?
Eleanor?
I think Eleanor.
I didn't think about that till you just said it.
Suspicious man in baseball cap with blonde beard who appears ex-military, former law enforcement.
Oh, is that Scott?
I think so.
I was trying to figure out who that was, but yeah, former law enforcement. Oh yeah, I think that's
Could
definitely
S-
Scott.
could Scott have supplied the belt?
Yeah, he would probably
Actually,
know the way to sneak in if there was a way to sneak in,
yeah.
or know some other way.
Or
Have
someone
friends in there.
friends in there. Oh, hey, how are you doing, Scott? This, and that. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then who's supposed to be watching, but the receptionist, Marcy, and then he just walks in and then throws a belt at
Of course.
Stevens and says, kill yourself. And then Stevens says, done.
Well, you don't think Scott would just do it?
Or he could have just done it. Yeah,
He might have
I could
just
see
done it at
that.
that point, I think.
Just another layer of needing a key, but if he can
How
sneak in,
else?
sneak.
What
Well,
do
I'm
you mean
thinking
you
you
need
just,
another key?
well, because to open up the cell, I'm imagining the cell has bars and he just throws the belt in there.
Oh, I see. I was imagining it's a room with a really heavy door because it's like
Oh, you're
solitary confinement.
probably
I don't
right.
know. I don't
You're
know.
probably right. Hmm. Well, it's like a city, it's like a county jail. So I don't think they have like fancy, I'm
But
thinking.
it's like the high security single person. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, that could be. I could see that. And that could be why old Officer Clark is sweaty and suspicious because he just let Scott go in and say, "Oh, I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him and find out." And then Clark feels really bad and then he does. Then Scott kills him and then Clark is like,
Oh.
"Oh
Oh,
my
that's a really
God."
good theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
But doesn't that seem so suspicious if Scott actually shows up and then he, dies? I don't know. But
Well, I
still,
think Officer Clark would know that for sure, but he doesn't want to
is
say
he
that he's
gonna
the one who
squeal?
let
That's true.
Scott,
That's
because
true. Now
now
they're
he,
both in it.
yeah.
That's a good point.
So, okay. We are, I put reintroduced to Pam Olson. Do you remember Olson? I felt like that name came up before.
Maybe, but we didn't really know anything about her in the last book.
I know, but I'm like, I need every clue.
I know.
She is chief deputy and Hudson's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
They were boyfriend girlfriend before he became deputy or sheriff. It
Right.
feels like conflict of interest.
Everyone in this town is conflicted.
There's not a lot of people, I guess. You
I
got to wear
know.
multiple hats.
Yeah. I'm the mayor and the lawyer and the judge.
Yes. Okay. Pam reveals that there is a missing report filed for a Stacy Howard. We learn that Stacy is the one night stand that Bob had.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy texted her roommate, Dina, the night she went missing, that she was going to visit her lawyer friend, Bob Miller.
Whoa.
What do you think?
I think Sarah has a phone that Sarah somehow, I don't know how this all worked, but it's actually Sarah and Anne texting. They've had this whole fake identity.
Oh, that would be so interesting if Dina is actually, yeah, they're like,
I don't know because, and I think that because Bob is like, I only saw her that one time. We haven't talked this week because it was like that Monday of that week or
yeah.
something that she had apparently planned to go see Bob Miller. And he was like, no, he didn't do that. And I think he would have remembered that because he doesn't really remember the one night stand because he was so drunk or drugged. I think everyone's drugged.
Do you think he actually cheated on Sarah or Sarah set him up?
I think Sarah might be set him up
I think so
because yeah,
too.
she wants that child support and all of his half of his money or whatever.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
sounds right to me.
what sounds right to me, because they've only been married for 1 year. What sounds right to me is that they get married. He's making on paper all this money. She
Hmm.
wants his alimony. Plus, because if she's recording no income, then she could be entitled to alimony
Oh, that's smart. Hmm.
and child support.
Right.
And now Bob is like her indentured servant.
Yeah. I
So
think
she,
I think that's a great point.
yeah, and like I think if it's infidelity, do you qualify for alimony? How do you qualify for alimony? Let's see. Okay, so typically one person needs to make more money than the other. Okay. Length of the marriage, so longer marriages increase, but they were together for 10 years, so I think they could get around that.
Okay.
Um, some states may consider marital misconduct like infidelity. So that can be it's not typically a primary factor,
Yeah.
but it does seem
Okay.
like it can be
A supporting
a
factor.
supporting. I could see it being like, oh, it was a short marriage, but he cheated on me like right away. So I was
Yeah.
committed to the marriage, but he broke the contract. So,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. All right. Yeah, so I don't think Bob. I think he obviously had sexual intercourse with this woman, Stacy. But I wonder if Stacy was put up to it or Bob was super drunk and Sarah made sure to have a horrible fight and send him off to the bar with roofie and a
Right.
scotch. You know what I'm saying? To like
Right.
really prime the pump.
I that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Because he keeps calling it an accident, which is very strange way to say it.
You think
Like
even if you were just drunk, that wouldn't let him
I
qualify it as an accident?
I don't think I would say that. I would say it was a mistake, a one-time
Yeah,
mistake,
that's
not
true.
I booked a hotel for the night and
I
slept with
know.
this woman and it was an accident. Like I accidentally
I
booked
don't
this
know how it
hotel.
happened.
Right. If I was like totally blacked out though, and I was like, I don't even remember it, I could see that being like maybe I would think an
Mm,
accident. Like I don't even have recollection of this. This is crazy.
yeah.
How did Sarah even find out?
What do you mean? Oh, about the affair?
Yeah.
That's right. Do they say? I don't know if we know.
Like,
That's a
how would
great
she find
question.
if he
Let,
barely remembers it?
well, if he had a hotel room, although it sounded like he was at a work thing, right? I don't remember. Because she could ask, like, hey, what was this hotel room charge for? Or if he was supposed to come home that night, but he didn't. I don't know. That's a great point.
And then he
Yeah,
just
I don't
fessed
know if
up
they've
to it.
said. Right. Because at this point, he's very open. He's like, yeah, I did that. I'm so sorry. Unless she, like, planted it in his memory, too. And was like, maybe he came back and he was like so dazed, like, what happened? And she said, what do you mean, what happened? I found you and another woman in a hotel room.
Yeah.
She had this necklace on and she that's the one thing he remembers is this necklace. She's like hypnotizing him with the necklace.
Maybe it was Sarah in a wig.
Oh my gosh. All I'll make him remember is the necklace.
Yeah, like I'll get him so blacked out and I'll put on this red wig and then I'll tell him that he cheated on me.
Oh, that would be wild. Yeah, it could be. Okay, but what about this text message of someone saying they're gonna go see Bob Miller? That's got to be a common name, but it's Bob
Who
Miller the
said,
lawyer.
who says, I'm gonna go to my booty call Bob Miller?
Well, the friend asks what's his name in case he ends up being a psycho, which sounds like Anne and Sarah planted this conversation. Which I think that's kind of reasonable to for your friend
I
to say,
guess.
"What's his name? Where are you going?" They didn't ask where
Yeah.
they're going though.
Well, yeah, she's like, I'm just gonna go to Bob Miller's house, the most generic name ever. And she's
I
like, don't worry,
know. I'll find him.
I'll find him. I mean, maybe Sarah has Find My Friend on Bob and she saw that he was in a hotel and she flew down there and she opened the door. They were both in bed. And that's why he was like, I
Ah,
can't get out
you
of this
caught
one.
me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's like, I don't even know how I got in this bed. This is crazy.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh, I don't know. Okay, so you think, but okay, but back to this question about she's seeing someone named Bob Miller. So is this actually a person? Do you think this is Ann and Sarah behind these fake text messages?
I think it's definitely, I'm thinking it's more likely that Dina Walsh did sleep with Bob Miller.
Dina,
I
or you
think,
mean
I'm
what's your
sorry,
name?
Stacey Howard.
Stacy, yeah.
I think Stacey did sleep with Bob. I'm thinking Stacey was put up to it by Sarah, and I think Stacey is the woman locked in the cabinet, which we'll find out soon.
Oh, okay. And Sarah could have told Stacy, "Hey, send these text messages on Monday."
I think when she got kidnapped, she
Oh,
texts.
okay.
Now Sarah has the phone and she texts.
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, I bet you're right. That's a
So
really good thought.
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Wow. All right. Mhm.
I was just gonna say, normally I don't want to be like justice for the cheater, but Sarah's
When
so
it comes to
evil.
Sarah, yeah. Sarah's crazy.
I'm like wondering if Bob's been sexually assaulted. Like,
She wouldn't even remember. I don't know.
and then gaslit into thinking he's a cheater.
Yes, I think so. That's what it seems like. I want Eleanor on the case. She'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh my God. I mean, Eleanor knew. She knew. She's like, Sarah's rotten apples. And you're like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what?
You
You
were
right, baby.
right.
Yes. Okay, more thoughts.
Did we want to, is your next thing the person, mystery person trapped in the
Nope.
closet?
We have a little bit more on Bob and then the mystery reveal.
Okay. Maybe we go more on Bob.
Okay. So now at this point, Pam Olson revealed to her boyfriend, Sheriff Hudson, about the missing person and that it's connected to Bob. All right. Bob is shaken up about the reveal of Stevens and the potential of reopening the Kelly Summers case. Bob wants to work with Sarah to keep their story straight. Sarah says no. You're on your own.
That seemed weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Bob mentions to his divorce lawyer, Brad, that he, quote, has eyes on Sarah. I'm thinking something's bugged.
Mm,
Bob alludes that he has some kill switch up his sleeve that he could use to annihilate Sarah, but he does not want to use it.
that sound fake?
It sounded real. It sounded to me like he has like some incriminating evidence, like we talked about before, where he could go to the police and be like, Sarah killed, she plotted, I was a co-conspirator, but please, please, please give me a
Yeah.
get out of jail
I
free
didn't
card
have
and
an
I'll give you.
option.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
was scared for my life. And then she married me. And then
Understandable. Yeah.
she named our daughter Summer.
I know. I had to live in the murder pad.
Had to live with a murder pad. I've been afraid for my life.
I would believe it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking he has something like that up his
Okay.
sleeve.
Okay.
Okay, Bob receives a call from Sheriff Hudson saying, "Will you come down to the police station?" Bob thinks it has to do with Kelly's case. So he shows up and he's like, "Hey, I know you want to talk about Kelly Summers, blah, 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 blah." Hudson is like, "What are you talking about?"
Why would we connect you with Kelly Summers?
And Bob was like, blah, blah.
Oh my gosh.
Kelly
That is,
Summer.
that would be tough. Tough situation you walked yourself into.
Yeah. So Bob's like, "Oh my God, I'm an idiot." Okay. He's like, "Well, then why am I here?" And then Hudson says, "That's because Stacy, your one night stand, is missing. And her last text message is from you saying that she's going to go see you."
Well, it's your roommate saying she's gonna see you.
Yeah, her roommate. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so now Bob looks very suspicious because he has a really deep stab wound on his hand. The day he went
Oh,
missing is the day that Sarah said, "You cannot stay here. You have to drive home." And yeah, so he drove back alone. He has no alibi and he has a stab wound, fresh stab wound on his hand from the day that Stacy went missing.
good point. And he had already told his lawyer that it was an accident, like he cut himself.
Yes,
So, some evidence. He hasn't yet told anyone that it was Sarah,
right,
but who would believe that?
right.
Man, that's pretty good. Sarah got him good there.
Hmm. So now Bob is piecing it together. He's like, "Sarah's setting me up." And so he is like trying to show the police, like, "Hey, this is going to be Sarah's second husband that is supposedly unaliving women. Maybe it's Sarah."
Okay, he kept having those thoughts here. He was like, finally, the Hudson is putting it together that Sarah's behind all this. And I was like, no one is putting this together. No one, this doesn't make any sense except to you because you know the truth. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Bob.
No, it does not. Okay, Bob. Okay, can I bring up one random line
Yeah,
from earlier that shows Bob is kind of out of touch with reality,
yeah.
which is maybe the type Sarah goes for.
Oh my
Easier
God.
to manipulate and murder.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's Sarah wants full custody, and he has this line where he says, "I can't believe Sarah has the gall to demand full custody, especially given our history. It's an emotional move on her part, completely out of the norm for someone like her." Which I guess she's not emotional, but I was like, what do you mean? This is totally in line with anything, everything Sarah would want. Total
Yeah.
control.
Yeah. He's
What?
Delulu. I
I know.
I wonder if he I wonder if they did have a good relationship for most of it. But Sarah was putting on the face of the perfect wife.
Could be.
I mean, because that's basically what she did with Adam, where I mean, she was incredibly neglectful
That's true.
and not a
Yeah.
good wife, but like when
Taught him
she
all
was
these things.
bottom all these things, always like kind of spun it so that's like, "Oh, we care about each other. We have this like lightning connection, da 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 da." But it's like really, she's like, you're a loser. I need to
Yeah.
marry you.
So it could be same thing with Bob.
Maybe. What would she want from Bob?
What do you mean other than money?
I guess money. Is that the only motive?
That was one of her big motives for killing Kelly.
I guess that's true. She does seem very money motivated. That might just be all that she needs.
Maybe.
She gets a $10 billion life insurance policy on Bob.
Yeah. Well, he mentions that. He said something about that to where he was protected. Like Sarah wouldn't want to kill him. Something like that, right?
Oh, I don't remember that. All of my
I
notes
forget.
are in this summary.
Yeah. I don't know if I highlighted it, but
Okay. Ready for the last part?
ready.
We are introduced for one page chapter, unknown perspective. We don't know male, female, but it is a person. They're in the dark. They're chained to a wall. They appear to be a recovering addict, as they surmise they were on a bender leading to their blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Or they were in recovery and they were given a roofie.
Who's in recovery?
Well, because the person, they were like, oh, did I go on like some crazy bender? Which to me made it sound like they were clean
Uh-huh.
before.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. I thought you meant we knew someone who was in recovery.
No, so I'm saying this
Okay.
anonymous person might have been in recovery and they're like, did I like slip up and black out and like da 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 da
Okay, yeah.
da? Or were they totally in recovery and then they were slipped a roofie?
Mm-hmm. By Sarah.
Yeah, by Sarah. I know. She just has like unlimited roofies. You go to her house and it's just so many roofies. And they're
Her
like,
like
what is
candy
this?
jar is
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. What
So
else
who
with
do
the
you
mystery person?
That's all I had.
That- Okay, yeah, we don't know if it's man or woman. My first thoughts were maybe this is the mistress. That can make
Yep.
sense.
So Stacy.
Could be Stacy. Um, at one point, because at one point I also had a thought where I'm like, well, we don't know what time this is happening. It could be a
That's
time
true.
hop. So it could be in the future. Maybe it hasn't even happened yet with the rest of the story.
So if that were the case, I would think it would be Stacy because that is this unknown perspective is like page 2, but then Stacy
Right.
doesn't happen till like page 80. Or you're thinking it could be someone else even.
Could even be someone else. I mean, Stacy, I think makes a lot of sense. It sounded like, I mean, in my mind, I was picturing a female character.
I was too.
So I kind of feel like it's a female. But then also I was like, well, maybe is this Sheriff Stevens waking up in the cell? But I don't think he would really be in a cell like that. This sounds like a different place.
Yeah. It sounded to me like this person is kidnapped because they said it's very dark. Like
Yeah,
they can't see anything. And then the air is thick and damp, reeking of mildew and wet socks.
gross.
And they have like a mattress, a spring mattress.
Okay, I did have a random connection where this mystery person, they cut themselves while their like hand is on the wall or something, and they suck up their blood, right? You know who else does that?
Oh, who?
Bob.
Bob
He
with
was
the
clutching the
rose.
thorny stems too tightly. A drop of bright red blood seeps from the wound. Bringing it to my mouth, I suck on it until the bleeding subsides. But it didn't sound like Bob was in there.
Well, what was it their palm that got caught? Because maybe Bob, he already has a fresh cut on him and it just reopened.
Oh, could be.
Like that wouldn't be a
Why
bad
would
choice.
why would she want to kidnap Bob unless it was to make him look guilty for the what's her name? Stacy?
hmm The part that just makes me feel like not Bob is that when they have the inner dialogue of what happened last night? Did I drink too much? Did I get my hands on LSD or
Yeah,
ecstasy again? I was like, that to me sounds like someone who is on occasion partaking.
that's right.
That doesn't feel like Bob to me, but maybe we don't really know Bob that well, and it is Bob.
I know. I don't think it's Bob. I think it's a woman. Stacy kind of makes the most sense.
Yes. I did have a thought that it was before we were introduced to Stacy, I would have thought that it was the woman that not Bob, Sheriff
Oh,
Stevens killed.
I thought that too. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that like she got out and then she's running for her life and they're like, "Oh, she's on a morning jog." And then she
I'd be so sad
Yeah, and then she just like gets killed.
when she gets killed. Oh, okay. I had thought, okay, yeah, no, that would make more sense.
Now, what if this was another thought that I had? This would be kind of crazy. What if this is the Kelly Summers husband number one killer?
Oh, that'd be interesting. How would they be connected to everything else?
Mm, I don't know. But like
They're gonna come back in.
maybe they're gonna come into play and like they wanted to what would be their motive? Or maybe it's
Um,
Alejandro who has someone kidnapped.
could this be Alejandro? No, he doesn't do drugs unless he's in recovery.
Yeah, it's not in his file that he does drugs. But
Yeah.
maybe Alejandro kidnapped this person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe could Alejandro have killed Kelly's first husband?
That would be interesting. I could see that being a good connection. Okay, so he kills Kelly's first husband. Is Sarah gonna frame him for Kelly's murder?
That could be a convenient.
That could be. She has him like go to all these places that then make it seem like he has this paper trail of him going. That could be
Oh.
interesting
Oh, I like that, where she uses Alejandro to
as a
frame
scapegoat.
him. Hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, is it going to be that similar though? Could it be like, is Sarah actually going to be the evil mastermind again, or is someone going to pull something on Sarah this time?
I don't think Sarah gets out this time.
Okay. So you think maybe she could maybe try to use Alejandra as a scapegoat, but people are going to outmaneuver her.
Yeah, I think she has too many lies happening.
Yeah, I could see that. Is there any chance it's Sarah who's in this room?
Like yeah, like she's trying to set up Bob or Alejandro, then they get the one on her. But
What do you
again, with
mean?
the like
With
they
the
like
drugs?
yeah, again with the drugs,
I know, the drugs throws it off.
that doesn't feel like either one,
But
Bob
Sarah's a
or
very
Sarah.
unreliable narrator.
She is a big liar, liar, liar. Pants
Yeah.
on fire.
But no. Okay, I think my favorite thing right now is she's gonna frame Alejandro.
I really like she's going to frame Alejandro, and I'm thinking the person in there is likely to be
Stacy.
Stacy.
I think so. Because it's very strange to me that Sarah, the night they find out that Steven's DNA was uncovered to be the missing DNA in Kelly's case,
Hmm.
that Bob has a very reasonable thing of like, well, what's best for us is if we're united right now,
Yeah.
we can like, figure this out together. I thought that did sound like the best plan, but she says, no, you have to go. And she makes him go so that now he doesn't have an alibi
And
while she
she
goes steals Stacy.
Yeah, and she slashes his wrist, his hand, or
Right.
whatever.
Right. So would that show that Stacy was fighting back or something?
Yeah, that there was like some altercation.
Altercation. Yeah.
What feels like what happened is that somehow Sarah gets into Stacy's orbit. She roofies her in the afternoon, kidnaps her, puts her in the dungeon. She has her phone and she sends the text message at
Oh,
6 p.m., hours later.
that's a great idea. Yeah. I think that's a good point. And is it reasonable? So that means Sarah didn't buy off Stacy.
I think she might have, and this is how she finally gets rid of Stacy as a loose end for all of it. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. You think she's gonna kill Stacy? I mean, Stacy doesn't know how she ended up there. She could assume it was Bob.
Yeah,
She could see the text messages and say, "Oh, I guess I was gonna go see Bob."
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, so Dina, the one thing with the texting is, does that mean it sounds like Stacy and Dina actually had been talking about Bob because Stacy says, I'm going to go see that lawyer guy, or I'm going to go see that guy I was telling you about. Dina says, the lawyer? Stacy says, yeah, Bob.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just don't know. Like, it was just a random one night stand for Bob, but for Stacy, I guess
I
she thought it was a
think,
regular thing.
well, what I'm thinking is that if it's Sarah who's texting, she's just fishing. Oh, I'm going to go see that guy. And she'll say, what guy? And then she says, who said the lawyer guy? Was it Dina, the roommate, or was
Dina.
it Stacey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then Dina just says, oh, the lawyer guy. But she could have said, oh, the bartender. And she would say, no, the lawyer guy. Don't you remember me telling you about
Oh.
him? And then she would say, no, who was that? And she's like, oh, it was a couple weeks ago. Bob
Yeah, okay. So
Miller.
no matter how it went, she could have,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I think that all fits. Okay, I like that theory. I think that's a good
I'm
one.
I'm feeling good about that. It feels a little maybe too on the nose, but I don't know. I can't imagine anyone else that it could be.
And I think is behind something.
I think, yeah, Anne is up to no good.
She's
In
she's becoming a
her,
little Sarah. I think
yes.
Anne might be the one who unravels Sarah's. I think in the end she's gonna put it all together and say Sarah
Hmm.
was behind everything.
Ooh, yeah, because of your trust thing that you said at the
Yeah,
beginning. I like
I
that.
can see that.
I have a serial killer name for Sarah.
Oh, what is it?
Killy Millie Morgan.
Kelly Millie Morgan.
Killy Millie has left the Frida universe and been sucked up into the Morgan.
Oh my gosh. I think that's a great. Yeah, I want that crossover.
Yeah, Killy Millie Morgan. Hmm.
She goes to Killing Millie's dojo.
Yeah.
Killer's Academy.
Oh, Achilles Academy. I love that. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. We've been doing it. So we're going to read probably another 80 pages, which would bring us to page 160, which is chapter 30.
Oh, chapter 30.
Yep.
Sounds good. I bet we're gonna learn a lot.
I hope so.
Okay, so we're doing it in three parts again?
I think so. I like the three parts.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Good cadence.
Hmm.
Okay, well, this was fun. I hope everyone listening enjoyed. We're gonna put in some polls, I'm sure, getting your opinions on who should it be, who the killer is, or who's in the basement.
I don't know. Oh gosh. Who the killer for what is?
Well, I guess that's true.
I guess the basement?
Who's in the basement?
Yeah. But I feel like we only have like one or two options that seem viable to me.
Well, we can put who are the options? We have Stacy. Who else?
Stacy, we talked about Bob.
Could be Stacy, Sarah, Bob, unknown yet. We still don't
Yeah,
know.
new character.
Who else? Matthew? Is that where Matthew is? Just kidding.
I know. Is Matthew there? Could Jesse be there? Could be anyone. Okay. I think that's probably we can think of we think of another one. But that's probably a good question.
Or what other questions did we have?
Um, I was gonna say something like, who is Sarah trying to frame? Who will Sarah pin the murder on?
Yeah. Or who provided the belt for Stevens? That was another
Oh,
one we
that's a good
had.
one. Oh, I kind of like that
Sarah,
question.
yeah, because we have Sarah or Bob somehow, or Scott. Well, really, I think
Scott.
Bob we could throw out. I think it could be Sarah, it could be Scott,
It
it
could
could
be
be
himself. It could be
Stevens
Stevens
just had
himself.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
that's
that
a good
question.
one.
I think that's
Yeah,
a good one.
I like that one too. Okay, yeah, so fill out our polls. 5 star on Spotify. We could really use it. And Apple. Leave us a review. Comment your questions. We want to
Yeah,
hear it
send us
all.
an email
Oh, I
with your
would
theories.
love. Yes.
That'd be really fun.
What did we not think of?
I know. But I'll be honest, because when I was reading this, I was like, when I'm not stopping, I don't have time to think of theories, you know?
Exactly.
So if I were just reading this book like normal, I never would have thought of all these theories.
That's true. That's true.
But I don't know. Maybe you did have theories while you were reading it.
Ah,
Let us know.
let us know. Bookalicious pod. Bookalicious.pod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
Think so. This was fun.
This was fun. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.